Okay, perfect. Now that it actually works. What's
Hello,
up? Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Anastasia,
What's up, bro?
gomba guhamagara iryo zina canke is there a name that you would prefer I call you?
I really, I don't mind.
You don't mind? Okay.
No.
Okay. Let me give an introduction first, and then I can give you time to introduce yourself, and then we can get into the discussion. Okay.
Okay. I just never been on this. I thought it was like all Facebook Live, where I can like see the comments and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you can see the comments here too.
Oh, nice. It
Yeah, you can
just,
see the comments. Yeah, I'm just using a third party software.
got it.
Okay, guys, today, well, first I just want to say that this is a African-based platform, so we do use Kirundi sometimes, and we use English. If you don't speak, if you're not well spoken in Kirundi, you can use English too. But I'm comfortable speaking Kirundi, so I'm gonna be mixing up. Okay, guys. Today we have a new guest. She's well known. Her name is Anastasia. Is it Nahimana?
Nahii, man.
Okay. Nahima Anastasia Nahimana.
Yes, sir.
Nkuko namavuga iyi platform niyo ku encouraging young adults, the youth in America, Africans in America, Africans in Africa and other countries how to become better people, how to become better men, better women, and to live a life that's a life of integrity. Um, So Nimba Ufise, if you have a topic, if there's anything that you like to talk about, just privately message me, and then I will give you time on this platform, and we can talk about anything positive to impact our people in America, in Africa, and all over the world. So I'm gonna give my guest time to introduce herself, and then we'll get right into the discussion. It's your time now.
Oh, thank you. So for everyone that knows me, you know what I'm saying? For everyone that knows me, I go by Anastasia. But for like close friends and family, like people that really do know me, they know what they call me.
Mm,
But what's his name already said, like he already broke down everything, the topics, and like he said, like this is actually like for Africans. It's an
mm,
African broadcast, and I love that because like a lot of Africans are not out there, especially Abarundi. You know what I'm saying? We really not out there like that. So when I actually get into stuff like this, I love it because like yes, yes, yes. So let's get into it, man. I'm ready.
so
Did you tell them that we actually know each other?
no, yeah, guys. So me and her, we know each other from Africa.
Yeah, and he left that part out. Like what?
Yeah, ever since she was a little, ever since she was a little girl, we've known each other. When we got to America, we kept in contact for a while, but life took over and everybody went about their ways to,
That's true.
to live their lives. But I'm glad that today we are able to connect. And there's one thing in particular that I want to talk about with her that we want to talk about, and use whole life experience to kind of educate and kind of help and support others that may be going through the same thing. So I'm gonna post the link in the comment, and if anybody's interested in joining, if you have a story as well that you want to
Man.
mixed in, I will post the link here, and all you have to do, guys, is follow the instruction, and then I will let you in.
For real, like that would be so dope. Like more
Yeah,
people with different stories and stuff like that. Like that would be dope.
yeah, and one of my goals is to have a lot of people, joining me, and just having you know, um, general discussions about life, about life betterment and other things. So
Mm-hmm.
support will be good. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so, and also just hit the follow button on my Facebook page. All right, Anastasia. So what is Nigikiki interesting about you? Like, what is the most interesting about you? And do you speak Kirundi? Do you still remember how to speak Kirundi?
Well, like I understand it, but I'm not like the best one at speaking it, Nukuri. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah.
All right, that's fine. No problem with that.
Hmm.
Okay, so what is the most interesting about you that we need to know? Are you married? Do you have any kids? And if it's too personal, you don't have to say none. Just whatever you feel comfortable with as we're about
Of
to get into
course,
this
of
discussion.
course,
Yeah.
of course. Uh, I got two beautiful children. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Because for everyone that knows me, like when I was on social media and stuff, because I kind of took a break from social media for a while. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Mhm.
Facebook. And then for everyone that knows me, like for people on my timeline or my friends on Facebook, like they know I have, two kids. Am I married? No, I'm not married, but it's for the people that get it. And for the people that don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And when you say things interesting about me, like there's so many interesting things about me, man. Like I sometimes don't even freaking know who I am sometimes, like, because there's so much about me. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, like is there something in particular? It's one thing that popped up in your mind when you thought about, what's interesting about you? Like what's the number one thing that pops in your mind that you'd like people to know? Okay, this is this is what kind of defines me. If you see this, you see Nahi. If you know this, you know Nahi,
She's
things like
always
that.
laughing. She's always laughing. I'm always
Yeah.
cracking jokes. I'm always somewhere getting into it with somebody in the positive way, in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Not in a negative way, in a positive way. But like for anyone that knows me, they know like I'm very outspoken. Like I speak my mind. Like it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care about anyone's opinion. I'm going to respect your opinion, but that doesn't mean I care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Mm.
going to speak my mind. Like that's one thing that everyone knows about me. And it's very interesting because not a lot of people are like that. Because they like to like, oh, if you say it like this, or if you say this, someone is gonna be butthurt, someone is gonna be upset about it. That is not my business. Like I'm going to speak what I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, and that's it. How you take it, Venizia Okumenya. Like for
So
real.
none abantu barakwanga kuri ibyo bintu. People hate you.
A lot of
People, you
yeah.
get backlashes about that.
Sometimes, to be honest, because like I most of the time, the good thing is I really do get positive comments back about stuff like that because it's like, dang, like you really spoke the words out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? It could be any topic, and some people really do not like that too. I get flashback, like, why do you always have to say something? Why do you always have an opinion? Why do you always do this? Why you always do that? And I'm like, I got a mouth for a reason and a voice. Can I please use it while I'm alive? You know what I'm saying? Let me use it while I'm alive.
Mm.
Cause nobody's gonna shut me up. Oh yeah. No, that's not me.
And
That's
that's
not
that's
me.
that's good in a way because abantu benshi, a lot of people are not transparent. But they fake. They're fake, and they like to. They would rather please you than actually tell you the truth, which is not positive in a way. And
No.
I believe Muri generation to the more in this generation, it's people like that. It's more
Only
people like that than any other people that can tell you the truth. So Anastasia,
so true.
first of all, there's something that we're about to focus on the most. There's one thing in
Mm-hmm.
particular that I want us to focus, on, because like you said, you are a very interesting person. There are
Oh,
many
I
things that
am.
there are many things there
Mm-hmm.
are many things that we can talk about, but I saw this as an issue, right? In African communities, like especially Burundian, because where we
Yeah,
come from, the justice system is kind of broken. You know what I mean? We
I
don't
know.
it justice system, yeah, true, is not solid. It is unreliable. So we don't get the justice that we deserve. But when we came to America, it's a different story. I love America. I think America is the best country in the world in terms of justice, in terms of freedom. At least they make us think we have freedom, but we do have freedom. Unlike most countries. So, how do you feel when you are asked this question about the
Hmm.
experience that you've gone through, the traumatic experience that you had to experience a few years ago? I don't know when exactly, but I read a story on your Facebook page, and how you were telling us the story about what happened to you. And I was I was like, what's the word? Not, I wouldn't say impressed. I was moved by your
Okay.
passion on how you want to help other females. So that's why today I decided to give you this platform, and that you are able to talk about the experience. Kugira ngo urabe ko woha advice to other ladies and how to deal with the depression, if there's
Uh,
any, or how to deal with the trauma. Like utubwire, tell us the path that you took, and being able to be who you are today, having gone through that experience. Are
okay.
you are you like, how do you feel when they ask you this question regarding this particular thing? Do you feel ashamed? Do you feel like, how do you feel?
Um, be To be honest with you, do I feel ashamed? No, I will say that proudly because when I literally spoke out about what happened to me,
Mm,
there was like so much weight lifted off my shoulder. Like I can finally breathe because I know I may not know everyone in the world, but I know there's so many girls out there that have been in the same situation as me. And I wish you
mm,
actually spoke. I wish you said it because I really do not mind. Because like I have, I have came in terms with myself. Like it happened. I'm trying to heal because that's literally a scar that stays with you for a lifetime. For a lifetime. You just learn how to live with it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find other ways to like, deal with it. But there's moments where you're gonna break down and you're just gonna be like, oh my God. Like for a lot of people that do not know, I was like sexually molested, you know, when I was
mm.
very young, but someone very close to me, you know what I'm saying? Very close to me. And for a long time, it took me a while. Do I still get emotional when I talk about it? Yes, I do. Nukuri, like, I am not gonna lie, because it hurts. It hurts because, but anyway, so it happened to me when I was very young, and barely growing boobs, barely, I was so young, okay? Very young.
Like
Someone that
like
at the age where when you look at a little girl, you're like, that she's very young. I cannot even look at her. No way. That's how young I was. Like when
like
I
you-
walk, when I talk, when I freaking do I was a child. A child. So it took me a long time to even talk about it. For a long time. A very long time. Like a lot of people did not know that actually happened to me. Because when I made it I made it publicly. Because I'm like, no, I am tired of going to bed blaming myself. I am tired of literally blaming blaming everybody around me, this and that and that. Like, oh, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? But the fact that I have not even said anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have not talked to anybody about it. Like, nobody even knew, not even my parents. They didn't know that. I just one day decided to, like, you know what? I am going to expose some freaking pedophiles today. Okay, we are going to expose pedophiles today. I got my little dress on, my little scarf on, and I'm like, yep, live. I said everything. And if you have me on Facebook or Snapchat or like any other platforms, like I posted everything with no hesitation because I was tired of blaming myself. And the more you blame yourself, the more you get so freaking depressed. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? You get so depressed. Like, you get into a world where you're like, you know what? Fuck everybody. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss on the broadcast, so
yeah. Here we're gonna keep it civil and clean.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no, like to be honest with you, like I was tired of blaming myself. I was tired because, bro, it took me a long time to open up, and I'm just
So
like,
if
and
you
the
don't mind
reason
me,
why it took, mhm.
now you go ahead, finish it up.
No, the reason why it took me so long because in the Burundian community, like things like that are not talked about. You
Mm,
understand? Things like that are
mm,
not talked about. Sex is not talked about. Like growing up, you learn as a woman, you're not supposed to talk to a man. You know what I'm saying? But they expect you to get married by 25 years old. I don't know how that's going to happen. But and then
mm,
they don't talk about rape. Bro, they don't
mm.
ever talk about rape. And that's why I was like, is she going to believe me? Because like African parents really do make it hard for you to actually even trust them. Like I had a point in my life where like me and my mom were having a conversation, and then I was very sad, and then she was like, "Pen, I'm your mom. I'm your mom. When your mother tells you that, don't tell her nothing. It comes, she's gonna use it against you, and that's why like growing up, I had experiences like that, and I'm like, dang, I can't be telling nothing. I
Like,
can't.
what do you mean? What do you mean use it against you? Like, what do you mean by that?
Like if you tell an African mother anything, they're gonna use it against you. Like literally. There's so many examples. Like not particularly rape. You know what I'm saying? Not particularly rape, but even that, I was still blamed. I was
Wow.
still blamed because I don't have that relationship with my mom where I can be like, oh, mom, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. I am speaking for myself. I did not have that relationship with my mom growing up. You know what I'm saying? She's an amazing mom. But like for us to be like, I kiki, laughing, joking, where I
Mhm,
can literally have a bad day. Excuse me, where I can have a bad day. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to my mom. No, I didn't have that. Or
mm,
like, like I didn't even know what period was. I didn't
wow.
know. And things like that are not spoken about. So like it took me a long time to say anything. Once I finally did, I was still questioned. I was still questioned. Did it really happen? And I'm like, why did I come out? I should have just kept on going my life, kept on moving. But no, here it is, the backflash. Like people literally used my live video. Like when I was telling the story, some people literally used it like, oh, now I see why the stuff happened to her. Look at the way she dressed when she came on live. Like my dressing, really? I
Mm.
know women that wear long skirts, you know, Muslim girls get raped. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can get raped. It doesn't matter the clothes they wearing. It's the sick person that we're supposed to blame. It's freaking rape, for God's sake, man. Freaking rape. And then, the person that did it to me, he was very known in the community. You know what I'm saying?
And was that here in America? Trying to Africa.
No, it was here.
Oh
It
wow.
was here. Yes, it
Mm.
was here. Like, I I
And
went
do
through
you
so
do you like
much.
do you like remember approximately like what age you were? Like what did he making guy he gives you? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Like
between the age of 7 and 8.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow. And you
between the
said this
age
was
of
somebody
7 and 8.
close.
Very close. Very,
Wow.
very close. And I'm talking about like I'm not talking about touching or anything. It was like, yeah, he very raped me.
Wow. Well,
And I'm like,
and now you said something that I wanted to shed a lot on
mm-hmm.
about having trying to build relationship with your parents like a mother.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the key factor about because you said you had a when you had a period you didn't even know what it was
No, I
because
didn't.
you
I
didn't
did
have that
not.
conversation. You didn't have that conversation with your mom. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to have this in Kirundi, but because you struggle with Kirundi,
I
we're just
do, but
gonna
I
go.
understand, but you can go ahead. Like, you can
Yeah,
go ahead.
because I wanted the parents to understand how
Hmm.
important it is to at least try to build a relationship with your daughters,
Yeah, I swear.
because you're gonna teach them life lessons that they wouldn't like something that they will have to go years to learn about. You teach them that before they get to the age with you know like how to avoid predators, how to spot them, how to know how to spot suspicious people. especially those close to you, like those uncles and those other cousins, and those those
Don't forget the pastors. Okay,
those,
let's
yes,
not
and
forget the pastors too.
those
Okay.
pastors, yeah, and priests,
Oh, trust me.
because
There's so many in our community. You have no idea.
yeah, and ngomba tujye in details because nabonye I saw this issue in
Hmm.
African communities that where if something happens, the parents will tell you to shut up because they don't want to be embarrassed and because they think it's a shame. It's a shame for people to know what happened to your daughter. Um,
Man,
they care more about their image than actually bringing those people that perpetrated the crime to justice. And then that's a problem to me. That's a problem for me because, you know, if I have a daughter and that happened, I want the predator to, to be brought to justice. So muri African community turafisi ingorane, uh, and one of the other big problem is people defending those perpetrator without evidence. So gushigikiza umuntu udafise icemezo yuko atabikoze is not something good. I think if somebody has been accused of kubakwa, I think it should be brought to the police and let the police do the investigation and find whatever they can find. If they find some evidence, then the person should be brought to justice. If there's no evidence, then uyo muntu babesheye should be let go and not destroy the image or their reputation because there are many cases where women lie about rape. Sometimes they lie, they falsely accuse somebody, but that's rare, you know. But I feel like one of the biggest problem in Kirundi in Burundi community is that we have a lot of people defending the accuser without even knowing the whole truth. And iyo ni ingorane nini cyane because you never know. You can never know. So what do you think about that? What do you say about abantu by defending a somebody bagirije ikintu? Like what do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Did you ever you know tell people about what happened to you and get pushed aside and put everything under the carpet?
of course. Let me talk from an experience actually. So when I came out to my parents, like, hey, this happened, you know what I'm saying? And then when you, man, like growing up as an African child sometimes is so hard because 99% of the time you feel alone because your parents, I mean speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for everyone's parents, but if you can relate to this, that's good. If you cannot, I'm happy for you. But like a lot of African households, we don't sit down and have conversations like that. We don't.
Mm.
And then
Mhm.
most of the time, the reason why a lot of people don't come out is because they're gonna brush it under the rug. I will. Like it's been going on for so long. It's been going on for so long in the Bruneian community, like literally in the Bruneian community, the Congolese community, like bro, it's been going on for so long. And the reason why, like, people love badging, like, to be honest with you, if someone comes out, because it takes a lot for an individual to come out. Because I'm
Mm.
telling you, it is not easy. And when someone come out with stuff like that, and they tell you, okay, their age or something when it happened, I don't care, dude, you are not going to question that person. You're not going to question that person. And the reason why we cannot go to the police, sir, is because our parents are literally going to hold a meeting. Literally, when it happened to me, they wanted a meeting. They wanted a meeting, but
Mm.
I wanted to take it further than that. Because, like, no way, like, my freaking childhood was taken away from me. I feel like I grew up so freaking fast because of that experience. Like I'm telling you, like it have affected my life in so many freaking ways. I cannot even explain it, like, to be honest with you. And then when it happened, they wanted a meeting. And then
Like
in my
who
head,
and who?
yeah, they wanted a meeting.
Who and who?
Anastasia Nahii and stuff like that with the person that raped me.
Yeah.
The person that molested me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here like, why do you want a meeting if you are saying that I accused you? No, please, like, make it make sense. Like, and I'm here like, okay, if I tell my parents, I'm thinking like, yo, we going to the police station, yada yada. No, it was like, this and that and that and that. Why are you
Mm.
doing this? Why are you doing that? It happened. You didn't speak up. Like, mom, I love you, but I gotta tell the truth, okay? I really do. If you do happen to see this, Lagukunda. But listen, literally, I was an embarrassment to the family because I spoke
Wow.
so late. I spoke too late. Why didn't you say anything before? Now you want to do something about it? It happened a long time ago. I don't care if it was 20 years ago, man. You do not know how you ruined my life. You know what I'm saying? You do not know how long. And I'm sure we all know you ruined other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact because there was another individual, it happened by the same person. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And even like if anything happens after this video, like I stand on what I say because I have already put everything out there. I'm not even scared. Gawashinga Nahi, this and that. They wanted me to actually forgive the person, and I'm just like, but I'm accusing him. If I am accusing you, why are you here? Aren't we supposed to be standing next to a judge if you didn't do anything? Because listen, that is not something you joke about. Rape or
Yeah.
getting molested, like, no, that's very serious. We do not joke about that. So for me to
Mm.
actually have the courage to literally come out and like, it's time for me to tell my story because I know I'm gonna help other women out. I'm gonna help other women out. And that's why a lot of people do not come out because they're literally gonna make you apologize to the person that did something to you. Make it make
That's
sense.
crazy.
Like, no, like, it don't make no sense. It's always, what do you want, Baiki? What was you wearing? And I'm like, are you serious right now? I was literally between the age of 7 and 8. What are you talking about? Why would you even question me right now? To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I'm not gonna wake up one day like, oh yeah, let me just tell this story to the world. Like, no, because there's so many victims out here, and then the reason why I literally came out is because I'm speaking for other women. I am speaking for other women. Like, I had death threats, this and that. I'm
From
like,
who?
I'm waiting for court.
From who?
Like a lot of people, like my fellow
Strange
Burundians. I swear.
strangers?
No, my fellow Burundians, like literally people on my Facebook, like they were literally sending me death threats. Like one of them pastor, we've been knowing him for a long time. He wouldn't do that, yada yada yada. And I'm like,
Oh, so he was a pastor.
yeah,
Wow.
he was a pastor.
Is he married? He
But
got
the
kids and
person,
wife?
the person that, so the pastor molested. Let me not get it confused. Like the pastor molested me, like by touching me and like trying to like, force himself on me. But the person that
Mm.
was very close to me actually did the rape. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like confuse anything.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
true.
confuse anything. So yeah, like the person that molested me was a pastor. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? He was a pastor. He's very well known. He was a pastor. And yeah, and then I'm like, and then his wife was right there by his side, and I'm like, yeah, that's what that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm a woman like you, and you're here with your husband, and then you want to question me? Like, are you serious? And they try to make it seem like it was my fault, dude. Like, I'm a changed man now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what. And then like they kept denying it, and I'm like, then what are you doing here? Can you apologize for something you didn't do?
No.
Can you show up to a person's house knowing like they've been bashing your name on the internet?
So he said he's a changed man.
Yeah, like he made that comment like that was way before I'm a changed man. I'm like, oh, like, wait, what?
So
Did you just say that?
so he admitted.
Oh, he asked for forgiveness, and I kept asking him why. Kuberiki. He don't want to say it. Why are you here, sir? don't want to say anything. And I'm just like, and my mom, like, oh, such a sweet lady, bro. But she didn't really support me through that freaking situation at all. Like, even after, like, after everything happened, like, still attended this person's church. It was embarrassing for me.
Who,
I
your
was
parents or
hurt.
you?
My parents, like, they still went to that church knowing what happened. Knowing that this person came to the house. Oh, no, 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 I have not forgave you. And I
And
will
that's the
never
problem.
forgive you.
That's the problem because
That's the problem.
yeah, that's what, like, people,
Man.
you young women, you need to, I know you've tried, and I know you personally tried, but you really gotta, these parents, like, they have this old mentality, like, oh, you're gonna embarrass him, he has family, he has a kids, he has a wife,
Yeah.
please, just let it go. So they treat it like something, simple, something that's not, that's something little, something not, that's not, it's harmless, you're gonna live your life, it's nothing. Give it up.
Yeah,
And not
move
alone.
on. Move on.
Yeah.
Even when I like I have like episodes where like I cry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still trying to heal. I don't even know, like, bro, I have tried therapy. I have tried, talking, like, me talking about it, like telling my story. That kind of really do help me because I know I'm helping the next woman out there. Because like when I actually did say, when I actually did tell my story, like, I got a bunch of messages, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm
Like
really not alone, yo.
like
It's
words of
a
encouragement,
lot. It's a
like words
lot, yo.
giving
And
you
then
words
that's
of
why,
encouragement,
like, hmm
like messages about people giving you words of encouragement.
it was encouragement, women telling their stories, like, hey, this happened to me by someone, by so. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not ready to come out. And it's a very big step. And I do not blame them. I do
And
not blame them. I know someone's uncle, brother, nephew is on that list. I know it for a fact.
so without Zavan, a lot of people that have gone through the same experience as you.
Yes, so many, so many. And, and I have to respect their privacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair.
But just like, of course, I'm gonna be here because I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's days where I go crying, and then, my mom will walk in like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just kicking in right now. It's kicking in." She said, "You still on that? It
Wow.
happened a long time ago." That scar is stuck with me forever. Lou, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. It just, I have to tell the truth.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
she really do
understandable.
not get it. She don't get it. Like, and I'd be like, can you at least try to learn? Just try to learn. I know, like, you guys
I
grew
bet
up back in the
I bet
days.
sympathetic to you.
Hmm? I'm
I
not
get it.
getting that from. No, I'm not getting that from them.
Wow.
It's like, it already, like, we don't even talk about it at all. We don't. They don't even be like, Panda, what are you okay?
So
You know.
here's a question. Here's a question. Has
Man.
that affected your relationship with your mother in any way? Like, has that given you some kind of feelings, emotions towards your mother that are negative, and the way you perceive her, like, has that came between you and your mother, like, in terms of relationship growth
um
with your mother?
I wouldn't say it's bad. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not good, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's there because, like, I'm a very outspoken person. Like, if I'm hurting, if I'm going through something, yo, I'm going to say it. And I respect people's opinion, like I said before. Like, even my mom, like, we have conversations, you know what I'm saying? And then she knows I'm a very outspoken person, but when in the African community or an African parent, she thinks like I'm disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking my mind. I'm just literally speaking my mind. Like, I got to that age where, like, I'm like, Anastasia, you need to start speaking up. Like, you need to start speaking up. So whenever we're having a conversation and I give her feedback, why are you raising your voice at me? And I'm like, I'm not raising my voice at you at all. for a long time I have been kept, I have been keeping my mouth shut, but sometimes you wrong. And they hate being told that. They hate being told that you cannot tell an African parent, dad, mom, what you saying is not true. Yo, you can't do that because they think they're always right. And then I just wish they would even take the time out of their day to even try and understand their kids. My
Mm.
mom tries. She do. She now, like, honestly, she, like, whenever she's talking, I'm like, Mom, before you actually, before we have this conversation, just know I will be having my own opinions. And then she
Mm.
just usually walks away like, oh yeah, you know. Yeah, but I love my mom. I love my mom. Was they being supportive? No, my parents were not supportive. Like, they weren't. It's
So,
so sad to say, like, your own parents.
so
But
what
they
would you say?
amazing. They amazing others, in other things. Like, they took care of me, yada yada yada. But when it comes to like emotions,
Emotional support?
yeah, no, I did not get emotion support. I did not get none of that. It's like, why you still crying? Du-du-du-du-du. And it's
I feel
not
like
even just, huh?
most African children don't get emotional support from their parents. I feel like there's this awkwardness between us and our parents, and we never really get deep into conversations. You know how Americans talk to their kids about sex, like, oh, this is what
Yeah.
you need. It's like with African parents, it's a taboo. It's something that you never talk
Don't
about.
even bring it up. Oh my God, don't even bring it up, yo. Like, I know, like, I swear to God, like, I know I can speak for so many African women. I don't think our parents ever knew when we lost our virginities or
Mm.
any of that. Because we cannot share it with our parents. We
Yeah.
cannot because bro, sex, sex is off limit. You cannot talk about sex. You cannot talk about anything that has to do with sex. You can't even put on a show that have a sex scene. That's like, no, it's African, and I just don't get it because I'm like,
Uh,
how did you produce me?
I think it's not even about the sex itself. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
about it's about the way they go about it to not talk about it. Because they can give you advice and tell you, oh, you know what, just wait until you get married, or they can just tell you, look, you growing up, and I'm not gonna be controlling you. When you go out with your friends, I'm not gonna be knowing what's going on. But
No,
this is what you need to worry
no.
about. You need to watch out for this. If you see a guy coming this way, that's a no no. If you see a guy coming this way, that's a no no. They can at least tell you that and prepare you to what to expect instead of just kicking you off and telling you, oh, no 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 no, don't do that. Just tell them,
They do
give
tell
them
you.
options, give them tell them, look, my strong advice to you is wait until you marry. That's what I want for you. But if you go over there and something happened, this is what you need to watch out for. But they don't do that.
Exactly. You go see. That's why I'm saying, like, let's not be like our parents. We can't change that because in few years, I'm a mom myself, and I'm gonna be so different from my mom and dad. To be honest with you, like, I will literally, like, oh my gosh, I'm so actually sometimes when I sit down, I'm like, you know what? Maybe there was a reason why I went through this. But then at the same time, I just cannot put that together. Like, no, I did not deserve that shit. I did not deserve that. You know what I'm saying? So therefore,
Mm,
like, I wish it could happen, but we going to be different parents out here. We going to be different parents. Like, yo, it's okay to talk to your child about periods, or when their puberty hits. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's normal. It's like part of life. And then they know they went through it. But I'm just
yeah,
like, dang, I'm sorry. African parents are very stubborn sometimes. And they don't even see it. They are very stubborn. It's like what I say goes. And if it doesn't go, the world is just gonna crash down. Like, for real. They're so hard to deal with. And then
yeah,
another thing I wanna say is parents that stay together when they know they're not in love anymore. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because a lot of African parents, I feel like they stay together because of the children's sake. And I heard something like, if you like married and then your widow, I mean your husband happened to die, if he was old, it was your fault. Like literally, I hear that in the Brunei community. I really want to know more about that. Like, what do you mean? So
Can you
basically
repeat? Can
they
you repeat
say,
that?
like, if you are married, right?
Mm.
If you are married and then your husband happened to be older than you, and then if you leave him, like, if you leave him, because, like, sometimes relationships don't work out, they don't work out, but you cannot tell that to African parents, because no, they will stick by fire by force, like there's no other choice, like, at all. So, like, they basically say if he happens to die because you left him, and if he's old, he died because of you. And I
Well,
was
I don't
like,
agree.
now I see why
I
a
don't
lot of
agree with that
women
last
don't
part.
leave. Huh?
I said I don't agree with that last part.
Me too.
Yeah, I
But
believe.
don't they always blame the woman though? We cannot lie about that.
But
Like,
I do believe our parents. We can advise. We can give them advice, but at the same time, they know what's they know. Like they know life more than we do. They've gone through many experiences that we haven't gone through.
mm-hmm.
If a parent wanna if a lady, if a woman decides to stay with her husband, she probably has reasons. But what I don't support is this: if the relationship is abusive, if
Toxic.
the relationship is unfaithful, like going outside the marriage, then those are those are exceptions. Those are the times where you're supposed to leave. But if you feel like if there's no problem and there's no abuse, there's no unfaithfulness, and you want to work out your relationship, I honestly don't see why. So here's a question for you: what can you tell men who think that it's not a big deal? I just move on and get on with your life, because the reason I'm telling you this, because it's possible that a lot of men think like that, because otherwise, why is there many, incidents of, sexual molestation, rape? It seems like this is an issue not only in the African communities, but even in America, even in other places too. It's a big issue. Uh, Men, we have men who cannot control themselves. They blame it on women, or it's what you're wearing, just like you said. And I believe if a woman is wearing some type of way, that doesn't give you the right to violate her body. That's a
Thank you.
violation. That's a violation that you are not supposed to, act upon. I
That's
believe I teach. No, one of the things that I teach here is for men to have self control. If you have self control, a lot of these urges, you're gonna be able to fight them off, because a lot of men, the men that do these kind of things, they're sick in the head. You know,
what I call it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
yeah, but it's seeking him
Yeah. Oh,
to a point where if you can't control your body, you can't control your penis, and you end up violating a 7-year old, 10-year old, 15-year-old.
dude,
uh
that's not like. Oh
it's
my
a
god.
it's sickness, man. Just imagine if you have children, if you have a daughter and that happens to you, to her, with a grown man, how would you feel? And I have a niece, so when these things happened, I think about it, and I wouldn't want that to happen to her. So that's why I wanted to talk to
Exactly.
you. We don't go. It's not going to get it first right now. It's not going to get it, Chad. What I want us to do is to encourage these women, these young ladies, to actually talk to their parents, like, and tell them, look, if this
Yes,
ever happens
yo,
to
for
me,
real.
if this ever happens to me, I don't care if he has family. He should have thought about that before he did what he did. He should have thought about
Exactly.
his family before he did what he did. Every action has consequences, whether negative or positive. So he did this. Why do I have to forgive him? Well, not even forgive. Why do I have to let this go when he did it, knowing that it can negatively affect his family?
Like,
And
who looks at a 8-year old, like umwana afise imyaka umunani, or like
mm,
10, or like, 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 when if you freaking over 20, and then you look at an 8-year old man, you sick, like you are a pet. There's no, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even look at you twice as a woman to even be attracted to you. I wouldn't, like. You are sick in the head and there's no explanation. And to be honest with you, anyone that touches little kids or find little kids attractive, this and that, because my daughter is 7. And oh my
Wow.
gosh, I'm going to prison. And no, it's like if my daughter comes up to me, because I have this conversation with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very overprotective. Like I do not play, oh, she's gonna have sleepovers or she's gonna go to this person's house. No, no, honey. No. That's why I got you a sibling, okay? You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hey,
like,
you know what,
oh,
Anastasia? You know what?
mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. You gotta tell them right there. You gotta tell them no sleepovers because right now,
No,
if look, your child, the love and the way you feel about your child and the way you protect her, the way you are protective of her, it's not gonna be. She's not gonna get that from nobody else. You know what I
no.
mean? So I feel like it's kind of reckless when parents actually allowed their young ones to go in sleepovers to places that especially to people that you don't even know, like like a friend at school. They asked to go to
That's a red flag
sleepover.
right there. No.
Yeah, and
Mm-mm.
these are the things that you need to teach your children, like you are doing right now. That's a good thing. You gotta tell them beforehand. If you go to a place and you see an old man looking at you weird, you know, get out of there and tell me right away.
Because I'm telling you,
So,
like, I'm a woman. I'm sorry to cut you off. I am a woman. And even at that young age, I knew and I felt it. I'm like, yeah, you looking at me weird. Not in like you want to comfort me. You actually want to attack me in the most disgusting way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we women know. Like, we women know when a freaking sick man is look. It don't matter how old you are. We women know. I'm telling you that. It's really natural for us to be like, oh yeah, like yeah. See, we gotta stay away from this person. Like, it's just a natural thing that we have as women.
mm,
So when they come out and they say, yeah, like this happened to me, and you want to question them,
sick, right?
Jesus. Yeah, and that's why nobody want to come out because like they're gonna be judged, and I'm just like, that is so sad, bro. And I'm literally talking about the Burundian side. I am not lying. Like we still stuck on the Burundian side. Like Burundians has made like they literally know someone that was raped or anything, but they don't speak about it. They don't speak
Mm,
about it. But let it be gossip. Let it be, unnecessary BS. Everyone in town is going to know.
mm-hmm,
And even if they actually do know, like, oh yeah, we heard someone's daughter, nah, 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 nah. They're going to gossip about it instead of actually sitting like, she was actually 7. Wait, she was 8. My daughter
mm,
was once 8. Like, why can't y'all know? Like, no, something's wrong. That something is wrong, man. Because if you can literally hear a story about an underage girl getting her womanhood taken away at that age by force, and you don't actually sit and be like, oh my gosh, I have kids too, and that don't actually make you want to speak out, something is wrong with you. Something
mm.
is wrong with you.
That's
This
true.
is rape, man. Like, oh my gosh, it's rape.
So what can you advise like people who might be going through the same thing but are afraid to come out? Like what can you advise them? Like what can you tell them? Uba hanuriki.
Man, I always say this because me myself, I'm still like dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't like sugarcoating. Is everything gonna be okay? No, it's not gonna be okay, but you'll get through it. You'll get through it. It's okay to cry. If you need to freaking cry, man, go ahead and cry. If you want to stay in bed at certain, sometimes then you just don't want to get up, it's okay. But can I advise you on one thing?
Mm,
You speaking out actually kind of heals you. You know why? Because there's so many other women that feels your pain, and when you're around other women that thinks like that, they're gonna be so positive around you because y'all have that in common. Y'all have that in common. Like
right.
speaking now, like I swear to God, speaking out. I know you scared. If you out there, yo, I know you are so scared, and it's okay because like you are not alone. Like you are not alone at all. I know sometimes that you may want to blame yourself. It's never your fault. It was never your fault. And that's one thing I always tell these girls that actually come to me. It was never your fault. Cause if you was forced, it was never your fault at all. And that's why for so many years it took me a long time to say anything because I always blamed myself. And I'm like, I was 7 going to 8. How is that my fault when I don't even know what sex is?
Right.
I don't even know what sex is. So how was that my fault? But I was blaming myself for so many years. And that's what we do. That's what we do because we look around, we're gonna be judged. And we look on this side, we're gonna be judged because we grow up with no freaking emotion support or where you can actually go to somebody without airing out your business, without literally airing out your business. And that's why a lot of girls keep quiet. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to help so bad. I want to help so bad because the more you talk about it, the more you actually heal. And I know it's hard. It's so hard. It is hard. And I was so proud of myself. Like, Anastasia, you did it. That was my breaking point. I was so tired of blaming myself. Have you ever screamed in your head, but like that loud scream, like she's so angry, but you cannot even cry because your mom is gonna walk in like, "Why are you crying for?" And you can't even tell her. So you go through
Mm.
that pain yourself, and that is so heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking, and I refuse for my daughter to. It doesn't even have to be about rape, about anything, baby. If you feel like you had a bad day at school or at work, please come and cry to me. You know what I'm saying? And there's things
Mm.
that I wish I had growing up. Like, I wish I had that. Because our parents really think like, oh, we go to work and we go here and we still face obstacles, man. Like, there's days where I come from work and I'm just so pissed. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot go, cry to my mom like, oh, I had a bad day. And oh, no, no, it's life. So there's no emotion support. It's life. It's life. Like, oh my God, I want more girls to come out, bro. I am frustrated. I am hurt and frustrated, bro. At the freaking Burning community, man. Like, we gotta do better when it comes to this rape thing. Being there for your daughters, and then they be wondering why, like, once the kids move out, they don't ever speak to their parents. They wonder why. They wonder why, man. Because you were not there for me emotionally, but here I am talking to my friends, and they're able to be like, oh yeah, Anastasia, this and that and that. It literally took a person that I did not know to tell me, are you blaming yourself for getting raped? Are you serious right now? I was like, yeah, I was blamed. They blamed me, the
Wow.
victim. You know what I'm saying? And then once she told me it was never your fault, Anastasia, bro, I broke loose. I was like, yeah, that's literally what I needed to hear. And I'm going to air everything out. And if you know someone, sis, girl, bring him to me. I will air him out. Like, I am not scared. Like, a lot of people want to use like, oh my God, they're gonna take you to court, this and that and that. And that. No, the first thing you're gonna do is go to that girl family house. Numumbabarire. Numumbabarire. With your machine, with your machine gun Nahii and everybody like, oh, he pisses me off. What do we need machine gun Nahii for? Can I please know? The Murundi, but I actually do not even know what machine gun Nahii means. Nukuri.
Ah.
I'm
Le-
serious. Like,
Let
what
me
are
let me
you
let me
doing
let me
here?
let me look it up real quick.
Please do, because
Yeah,
I really
Machine
don't
Ganai,
even know.
I think Machine Ganai is like an elder, somebody respected in the community. Let me see.
Heh? Wait. Wait. So you're very respected in the community. And then someone is telling you, hey, I got raped. And you actually want to show up instead of coming to pick me up to take me to the police station? What? Hey! Mongwango, I promise you, bro.
Yeah.
No way, Ngo Mushinga Nine. And they actually sit there. And I'm looking at this person like, don't you got a daughter too?
So
Don't you have a daughter?
Machine Ganai, A machine
Uh-huh.
gun eye is like the kind of person, like I said, is the kind of person that you will go to. If you had an issue, let's
Yeah.
say you had an issue with a friend or a neighbor, or, anybody, and then you can go to them, and you guys were able to ask for counsel, and they will give you counsel. So that's machine gun eye.
Bro, they don't give you. I didn't get that. I was told to no I did it. No
You
murundi
know,
ngawewe. Ah, I said get out of my
you know what they
house.
should have done. Honestly, we
Huh?
need to talk about this. You know what they should have done?
What?
Okay, the meeting part was a good idea. But what they should have spoken in the meeting, a topic yari kuba muri meeting yari kuba, okay, so we want to know what happened. My daughter, before we go to the police, or before we take any
There,
action.
I'm sorry to cut you off. There's
mm,
no when no. There's no.
they didn't
I
they
really
didn't do it.
respect you so much. I really do. There's no meeting happening. Somebody was raped. There's no
uh,
meeting. No. Oh
yeah.
my God. We no.
So what they
No,
should have done
I
is,
respect you so much, but there's no meeting, especially when we're talking about rape. Under whether you freaking 23, 24, 25, you still got raped. So there's no meeting. There is no
no,
meeting
here,
needed
here's
to
the thing.
happen.
Here's the thing. Right now, if
Um,
if if anything was to happen to you right now,
yeah,
because you're a grown woman, you don't need your parents to take any action right now. You can just go to the
yeah.
police, go to the authority, and report. But if you are a young child, you're like, let's say 14, 15, you are at the age where you're not considered legal. What the parents need to do is, in a time like, calling a meeting. They shouldn't go and tell the person, the perpetrator, to apologize. No, they shouldn't do that. They should say, look, before we go to any police, before we go to the authority and report you, our daughter is accusing you of this. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the police. We
Yeah.
respect you. Urumushinga nahe, urumuki, urumpasteri. We respect you, but tujakubwira yuko iyi ni decision tugiye kugira, go to the police and report you. That's it.
Man,
There's
I
nothing
wish
else
it
to
was like
discuss.
that.
And then let the
There's nothing to
police.
discuss.
Yeah, and then let the police investigate, take your story, take your case, do some examinations. And now, like in America, the reason I wanted to do this because in America, barafise support, barafise um means of getting to know the truth. So it's easier now to actually find out the truth.
Oh,
Bagatora.
definitely. There's DNA. There's
Yeah, exactly,
there's so
exactly.
many. And then oh my gosh, and then if you have me on Snapchat, I actually posted this story that happened uh, in our Burning community. It was related to rape too, you know?
Mm,
And then I had someone say, it happened. You see, that's when they freaking start. And this is
yeah.
coming from a young
Mm,
woman, like our age group. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? I'm thinking like, okay, traffic of gang, bro. Like traffic of gang. To be honest with you, she literally said, if it really did happen, why he not locked up? This and that and that and that. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding. You really think if you did a murder right now, 50 years later, they're not gonna find
Exactly.
you? Like,
That's a good
make
point.
it make sense. Like, what I feel going out and have going to fix it. And
That's a
then I
very
was
good point.
like, huh?
I said that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, like, and that's why Africans like Abarundi, they like to say things like that. Like, okay, yeah, right now. It happened like 5 years ago. I don't care if it was 20 years ago. If a
Mm,
woman says no, and you continue doing what you about to do, it's considered rape. If I don't care if you are, bro, it might sound silly, but if you even my man, if I
mm.
tell you like, no, I'm not okay with it, I'm good, and you continue doing that, bro, like you literally just raped me, like literally, because I did not give you the permission to, to get on me. Like, what are you doing? I said no, it's a no. And men, some men really have a hard time understanding that word no. It's very simple. You don't even have to explain it. Nikki Juju know what no is. Okay?
Yeah,
Literally. And I'm here like, if a woman say no, buddy,
if you're
it's a no.
if you're in a
It's a no.
relationship, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you say no, there's supposed to be some understanding. There's not you can do.
Literally, thank you.
Yeah, if you say no, then I guess next time. That's just say. Even listen, I'm a Christian, right? I don't know if you're a Christian, but I'm a Christian. Even the Bible says if your wife, you know, the Bible advises us to not deprive each other of our physicality, of our bodies. But if there's if you guys understand it, sit down and discuss and give each other some understanding and tell them reason like, look, I right now I'm not feeling good, right now I can't do it. Even the Bible says a man is supposed to be understanding, leave it, give it time,
I'm
you know.
telling you.
And I feel
I'm
like
telling you.
and I feel like as a woman, you need to watch out for what kind of guy you go for because these guys are thirsty. They're animals, they don't
You
they
can
have no
never
control.
know, like, you know how you can never know when it comes to stuff like that. You can never know.
Yeah.
You can never know because,
And
like, there's people that love that they know how to hide the real them, but
here's
it's
the
always
thing.
gonna be a breaking point.
Here's the thing. You do. Yeah, that's true. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I can say is that, like, once you guys already dating and you start seeing these red flags, people like to call it red flags. So you're supposed to, you know. So utayo kuona my red flags. You should know if you want to stay in that relationship or not. You don't like look. Don't force yourself to believe that he's a good guy, that he's gonna protect you. No, once you start seeing these signs that especially if you're not even married to this guy, you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend because when you're
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend and girlfriend, there's really no commitment. There's no, there's no promises.
Of
I'm
course.
testing you, you testing me. That's it. So if you see red signs, please just
End up,
leave.
bro.
Leave.
Like, it's not worth it. I
Yeah.
promise you, it is not worth it. And we women love ignoring that. I'm telling you, like,
Hmm.
I'm going to speak
Hmm.
right now. If your
Beautiful.
man, if your husband ever told you, yo, listen, you cannot say to me, I mean, you cannot say no to me. I'm your man. I'm your husband. Girl, you better leave. You better leave. If I swear to God, if you ever tell your boyfriend, like, baby, I'm not feeling good right now, my stomach is hurting, or it doesn't even your stomach has not, it doesn't even have to be hurting, bro. You can literally say no. And if he respond back to you like, what? How you gonna say no to me? I'm your man, yeah, girl. You better pack your stuff and leave. Oh my God, like, girl, run, run, because if that's gonna
Listen,
be your future husband, baby,
listen. What I
I'm
can say is,
no, no.
listen. Echono vuganiki. What I can
Mm-hmm.
say is, as a man, as a man, we're just gonna say just in this, move on this one. As a man,
Yeah.
if your wife says I don't feel it, just leave it, man. Like what? Like you could have it some other day. It doesn't have to be tonight. It doesn't have to be. Just control yourself. Have self control. I keep telling these guys,
You
have
cannot,
self control.
bro. I'm
If you have
sorry.
self control, if you have self control, you're not gonna be in this situation where you have to take something by force. And once you violate that woman, it's not gonna be the same. She's
Man,
traumatized, you know,
I'm
psychologically.
telling you.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
None your experience wagi yemo, did this affect in a way that you see men? Like did this have an effect, especially a negative one, with your relationships with men?
That is a good question. I love that question, I swear. Not really, to be honest with you, because I am the type of person that do not like judging people without me knowing them. I am not going to, because you know how a lot of females like to say, they will get hurt by, a certain person. And then
Mm,
that's when they blame the whole world, like, oh, niggas is not, crab, this and that. And I'm just like, you cannot blame one man mistake on the whole
yeah,
universe. That is
yeah.
not fair. I do not agree with that. Women, I love y'all. I'm a woman like y'all, but when it comes to stuff like that, I really do not f with it. It's BS. To be honest with you, did it did it affect my sex life? It did, cause
Mm,
like, no, for real, it really did, and that's like, it's really sad for me. It's really freaking sad for me. Like, because sometimes it's like something so traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? And then it triggers me time to time. I am not going to lie, it triggers me time to time, like especially when I go on the internet and I hear like anything related to that. I just go back and I'm like, mm,
Would you get a flashbacks?
it's, I'm telling you, it live with you, like, and that's why I get so
Right.
angry, because the men move on with their life like nothing happened, but the scar stays with me for like
Oh yeah, that's true.
forever. The
That's
trauma
true.
stays forever. Like when it comes to my sex life, like sometimes I'm just like, ugh, I can't. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. But then
Wow.
other than that, it just like, man, it affected me in so many ways, because like for so long I blamed myself, you know. I blamed myself. Like a lot of people around me tell me like, Anastasia, like you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, woman. Like, girl, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you're beautiful. And I look at myself and I'm just like, I don't see that. I do not see that. Like, when I tell you, do I love my body or do I love myself? I'd be lying. I really do not love myself that way I'm supposed to love myself. And that is so sad. And it actually has to do with that too. It affected me in so many ways. And that's why a lot of people do not see. I do not like I literally sometimes like I cannot literally wear what I want to wear because I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like I should not be, oh my god, I should not be getting scared, yo. Like there's times like even when I'm like riding the bus or something like that, and then like someone looks at me in a weird way, it comes back. It comes back, yo. Like I'm still dealing with it. So when it comes to like, my sex life, like bro, it's so personal, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I really do not mind sharing because I know someone else out there can relate. It
So you have
affects
a you have a
it.
man in your life right now?
No comments. Of course I do. I'm a fiance actually.
Right.
Someone proposed to my crazy,
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Because there's a question for you from
Yes.
the comment. So that's
Huh?
like I guess I'm ready. I guess that answers your question. Because this guy, this is my brother. He asked, mubaze uyu mukobwa ati ni gute woshobora kuryamana n'umuntu ugihamagara boyfriend cyangwa girlfriend. But I guess in your
that's a
case,
that's a good question.
I guess uri engaged, right?
Yeah, I'm engaged.
Okay, so I
Oh,
guess
and
that
then like no, it's amazing. I am happy to be honest with you. I am
mm,
happy because God literally sent someone that actually understands me and my trauma. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
They really do understand. And I'm like, yeah, there's days where I'm just going to cry and stuff like that. Like, it's okay. I'm here. Very supportive. And I'm going to be so mad if I look back at this video when we break up. I'm going to look like a fool. I will. I'm going to look like a fool. The fact that I'm describing him so well. I'm going to look back like, dang.
You know
So we
what?
broke
I'm
up.
gonna tell you this. I'm really happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because uyu mugabo arinze it means aragushaka ugiye kuba ku rugo neza, like muri environment iri good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my marriage is gonna be very different. Very different. No, for real. Like my marriage is gonna be very different. And like for the people in the back, please don't think you know my whole life. I am sharing what I want you to hear. Okay? Like literally, I'm putting it out there. Don't think you know me. Okay? Literally, don't think you know me. I am telling you what I want you to hear. That's it. Cause there's so many things, in the background. I'm telling you that y'all
Okay,
have
I guess
no idea.
my friend here wants to know your answer to the question.
Dang. You know how my mindset is. I'm gonna be honest as I can. Like, bro,
Mm,
I had a crush before.
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how old are we talking? Like if we 15, like we getting there, you know what I'm saying? That's when you start having crushes, starting feeling somebody. Like, I don't even know how to explain that. Like, how can you be sleeping with someone that just your boyfriend? Excuse me. I'm the worst person to ask that because if I'm with somebody, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain age, like, yeah, like if I look back, to be honest with you, like 15-year-olds should not be thinking about sex at all. At all. But things happen. Things
Mm.
happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to I'm the can you answer that question for me? Like back me up a little bit, please. Back
Yeah.
me,
Like
you know?
nko avuze, just like you, I'm the same. Just like you say about yourself, I think I'm the same way. I like to be outspoken. I'm the kind of guy that speaks about the uncomfortable truth that people don't want to hear. So what I can say is, as a woman, you should try to save yourself as much as possible. Try to have as little as sex with so many people as you can. If a guy loves you and and he wants to marry you and he has shown himself to be the kind of guy that you want, you should save it for him.
What about him? No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, no.
same
You
way,
not about to do this,
same
man.
thing too, same thing. A
Yeah,
guy.
wait. So see what you're doing? You see what you're doing? So because he's a man, he can, go around. But as a woman,
Oh
I'm supposed to.
no, no, he shouldn't do the same. He should do the same thing too. He should keep himself because
Exactly.
yeah, because
Exactly.
let me
So
tell you
like,
something. Let me tell you.
huh?
One of the problem is in Goran nyinshi mu bantu. The problem is a lot of people they go around having so much sex that even when they find the one that they think they love,
Yeah.
they are the past comes hunting them, and they can't get somebody out their head. They keep thinking about that somebody else that gave them good sex, and it's very it affects their current relationship. So I would advise everybody, men, women, to please, you know, try to have as little sex as you can. If you're not, don't be having sex with strangers. Just preserve yourself. Have self integrity. That's what I can say. If you have a man like your man is engaged to you, so you good, you safe. And that's basically marriage because he has given you a promise already. So there's nothing less. He said, "You're the one. I'm gonna marry you. Here's my promise to you." Unless he breaks the promise, then it's not your fault. You didn't know. But
In
what?
this world that we live in, the way this generation is set, let's be for real, man. Let's be for real. Like, let's be for real. Yeah, y'all can have intercourse. Just be safe. Like to
Yeah,
be, I don't have a problem with that woman like having a little snickling if she's not in a relationship. Like that's okay, girl. Like go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, some of these men are really not worth it. They're really not worth it at all. They're
really.
really not worth it. So if you can't take your time, baby, take your time. And that's when I go back to saying if it happens, don't even blame yourself. Don't even be mad at yourself. It's if it's not forced and you actually wanted to do it, just think about it first. But you are your own person. I cannot speak for you and the
You can
decision that you
you can
make in your
only
life.
Muhanura Gus.
Yeah, that's about it. But then at the same time, I have my own flaws too. So who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
I
Hey,
can't. I think Edie asked a question.
yeah,
Please ignore
exactly.
that. No, I'm not. Oh my God, that's very disrespectful.
You know this guy?
Very. Yeah, he just got married to
He's
my
got married.
friend Jane. Congratulations. How many women have you slept with, sir? You know,
Yeah, he did. Mazmumgire kwanza nawe. How many women have you slept with? Ide?
yeah, I just asked him that. I just asked him that. It's
Ide,
very
umaze kuryamana
disrespectful
n'abagore
to ask
bangahe
a
kwanza?
person that, man. But I'm not offended. I am not offended at all. Because I am not the only one that's getting it down out here. Like, oh my gosh. Some Burundian girls really makes me laugh. Like, oh,
Um,
yes.
Somewhere, I guess that answered your question. So Ida said his numbers don't matter. I guess Ida is the guy that said a man and a
Ignore
woman.
him. Literally. If you are not asking a question that makes sense in my head,
Okay,
just
Pendo,
ignore him. Like,
Pendo.
huh?
Here's a question for you.
What's up?
What is the difference? What is the difference between a man and a woman?
A woman got a vagina. A man got a penis.
Okay, in terms of relationship market, and by that I mean when somebody's looking for a relationship, and you're talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take society as it is, right? Let's not talk about what should be, but let's talk about what is. In today's society, what matters the most with women and men? Do men care about a woman's number of like how many bodies she slept with, or do women care about a man and how many bodies he slept with? Which one matters the most in society, in dating market?
I are we like speaking in general or like
In
for my
general, yeah. In general, yeah.
oh, to be honest with you, as a man, if you care about how many bodies your woman have, like, you shouldn't be having sex. Okay. No, like seriously, you should not be having sex. Cause who are you? Who are you? Listen, you're going to meet a lot of people in your life. You know what I'm saying? You're going to meet a lot of people in your life. And things gonna happen. But
Okay,
then you happen to be the 10th. So well,
okay, but today
I
let's take
I
today, right?
really don't care how many bodies a man. I mean, as a man, if you're a community dick, nah, bro. Like, there's STDs, so it should matter. There's STDs, HIV, and all that crazy stuff. So,
Let me tell you. So, okay, let me tell you. I believe I'm speaking for all men here. If I
mhm.
have any men listening, but speaking for all men, and you guys can tell me no or yes. But men, like a woman, like men, we care about bodies. How many bodies you've slept?
Yeah.
Like it's one of the things that come to our mind. Like, is this girl a hoe? Because let me tell you, a man can have sex with a hoe, but a man cannot marry a hoe. Like we are hesitant to
Muragwaye mumite like ya mwebwe abagabo ntamenya bafise just
I'm telling abagabo tumeze uko umugabo yashobora guteta umukobwa azi ko ari maraya kugira ngo basambane, ariko kugira ngo amurongore icyo cyumviro ntikiba kirimo. So
oh my god. Let's talk about no, let's not even forget where Babira Magore were like, you can't be wearing this and that and then chase the girls that love wearing mini skirts like go to the store and buy your wife a mini skirt. It's that simple. Like, why would you tell me nobody be tang it? God, you like seeing legs. Like, no, man. I'm
hey Pendo, I'm gonna tell you
huh?
something. Icyo
What's
kintu
up?
uvuze, icyo kintu uvuze ni ikintu kiri valid. You know why? Because abagabo nuko tumeze. To be very, like a lot of men don't know
I
who they
hope your
are.
wife don't see this.
I'm speaking in general, not me personally. I'm speaking
Hey,
about a man's
oh
nature.
my god.
Ndi kuvuga kamere mere y'abagabo, like a man's nature. Man's nature is that na iyi video kandi nigeze gupost iyi video kuri my Facebook ndababwira abantu yuko abagabo bakunda abagore b'imaraye. Tell me, like, you go to my page right now.
No, I don't think it is so funny, dude. It's
Look,
very harsh. It
you
will
can you
give
can go
you
to
a
my
heart
page.
attack. Dang, Maraya.
You, you,
But
you
yeah,
can go to my
continue,
page right
man.
now. You can go to my page
Uh-huh.
right now. Uraza kubona video yanditse ifise title ngo abagabo bakunda imaraye. And I kind of go in depth in explaining the nature of man. So what you're saying is true. Uh,
Yeah,
abagore,
I seen
yeah.
it. I'm telling you, I used to get judged, like, oh, look what you're wearing, this and that and that. I'm like, baby, you should. And then a lot of Burundian women, like I'm not, and then African women in general, like the old heads and stuff. No disrespect, but they like blaming the young youth for the way their husband look at us, and I'm like, you need to go have a conversation with your husband, and if you don't want him looking at me with his nasty self, go to the store and buy yourself a mini skirt, because clearly that's what he likes. And then
Look,
I never understood, like,
I want to. I
you
want
want.
to. I want to take time, like on my next live, I want to take time and talk about this because I
Oh
believe a
yeah,
lot of
that would be.
women they make a mistake thinking that kwambari bikwembe and maybe they think it's what I feel like if you're in the house,
Mhm.
if you go in like mugiye mu bantu, of course ni kwambara kwikwiza ariko I feel like uri muri mu nzu n'umugabo wawe, try to spice things up a little bit. You know what I mean?
He did say not all of us like. Mariah. Can you?
He's lying. This guy,
What is a Mariah to me, bro? I don't. You
Imaraya ni
know,
hoes.
bro. If you do not find her on the street, I don't consider her like Mariah, bro.
Ide wewe uri umubeshi because I know personally wewe I know ide wewe ndakuzi.
Yeah, he just yo man.
I
He
know
said
you
you
ide. You probably changed.
yo.
You got married a few days ago, so I guess I haven't
Congratulations,
seen you in a long
man.
time. It's been a while, Ide, but people change.
He
So
got a wife.
you probably right about that about yourself. Maybe while you saw somebody, while settings it down, while
Yeah.
So I
But
bet
like
you
before, come on, man. Come
yeah.
on, man.
Ide
Before,
said
man.
so. This will be in your mind. Going back to the question, Ide said at the end of the day, I choose who to marry. So I guess that's kind of valid because girls cannot propose to men, even though they're trying to do it nowadays. A
I
woman
don't think
cannot choose
it's
who to marry
fair.
if the guy doesn't choose her. So
That's
you as
not
a woman,
fair.
it's how it is.
Ah, no, that rule needs to be changed. It's ridiculous. Wait, so I cannot choose who I want to marry until they choose me? Imagine a person I don't want choosing me to marry me, man. What? Come on. No, seriously, I don't know how they did it back in the days. Cause I was literally like, I was talking with this grandma, and then she was like, back in the days, you know, the man used to like I don't know kurima, like kurima, he
Yeah.
will watch you kurarima and stuff, and then and if he see you stand up for 2 seconds without kurima, without moving,
Mm.
I'm like, huh? Imagine me sweating for hours under the hot sun, and you think me standing for 5 seconds, I'm not a woman enough? Go marry somebody else. Now imagine if
Mm.
that bastard come and say, "Ngomba kumurongora, yo, I don't want you. I don't
Ide,
want you."
Ide, what do you mean? Please change hoes. Don't get me excited. Oh, I
People
guess you're
change
saying he
hoes.
changed. Hoes don't get him excited anymore. He had
Yeah.
enough.
Like, he's so childish.
He
Like,
had enough
dude, like,
hoes.
I'm gonna advise you to like
Okay, my brother
people
Samuel
change.
he
Don't
got a
don't give
good
me.
point. He said, pray for y'all men and women before y'all get to marry them. That's my advice. I agree, Samuel, because a lot of these women and men,
Mm-hmm.
they become to the relationship with demons. But as daimoni, but then they come with the spirits that they got from other men and women, and they bring it into the
Mm-hmm.
relationship. So if you gotta be careful, you gotta pray.
I
That's true.
mean, man, if we're really being honest, you never know a person's true colors until they're ready to show it. You can pray, and I promise, if it goes beautiful for you, I'm so happy for you. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
the prayers don't always work. I think I like. Can you read Winnie's comment for me?
She said that's total nonsense. Women didn't have rights we do now. In some other parts in the rural area, that still happens. So some it's their tradition.
Ah, tradition, man. I love tradition. I really do. But there's certain things we shouldn't allow. Like there's some other countries, like 50-year-old man is getting married to a 12-year-old, Like what the heck? It's still
Yeah.
happening and it's just sick and they're like, oh no, that's tradition. That's tradition.
Okay.
How do
Can I
you
join? Hold on. I posted a link. Let me send the link in the
Yeah, get
comment,
her
and
on actually.
you can follow the. I'll give you like we got like 30 more minutes, and then we'll be done. So let me give you the link. Just follow the instruction. Make sure you have Google Chrome, and then
You're very outspoken, just like me, so get ready. She's very
She what?
outspoken. She's very outspoken. I like
Oh,
it.
is this your friend?
Yeah, she's very outspoken. That's why she said that's nonsense. Of course, that's
What is
nonsense.
she? Is she American, African?
No, she's Kenyan.
Oh, Kenyan. Okay.
Yes, she's Kenyan.
Okay, I sent
Man,
you the
I'm
link,
telling.
Winnie.
She said, "Can I join?" Yes, come on, girl. Come on, girl.
Yeah, Edic. Congrats to you too, man. You did a great thing, man.
Yeah,
Stay
like I
in.
love seeing, like, like people like we grew up together, or seeing like they getting married. That's beautiful. Y'all know better not to cheat. Gosh, y'all done all the cheating in the world that y'all could. Now y'all need to start settling down people's daughters, man. Do you know better? If I hear anything bad happening in your marriage, no, we're gonna fight. We really going to fight because you should know better. This is a new generation. I don't know why people be and don't let what advice can I give you? Do not let people in your business, especially your marriage, bro. If you and your wife have a situation, bro, sit that woman down and talk to her. You don't need to be calling your mom, your dad. Not no 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 no. You and your wife handle that. Cause me, I do not believe in like calling my parents like, oh my god, this and that. And I love your advice, but like if we cannot fix it, wow, if me and you cannot fix it, you really think like other outsiders are gonna be able to fix it for us? You know what I'm saying? I never understood that. Like, I never understood. Like, no, I'm gonna keep my business to myself.
Edith says, "Thanks for your advice. I know what I'm doing." Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
Edith.
saying? Yeah.
Uh,
Woo. The
gusa
wedding was
gusa
beautiful.
ntago wangiza invite to your wedding, man.
Yo, I'm so sad I couldn't go.
So I don't know if your friend is gonna be able to. I'm sending the link in the comment, so she needs to look for the link in the comment and just
Okay.
follow the instruction.
Yeah, it was kind of hard for me too because I was like, oh, I thought we was like going live or something. Like, I had fun today. Like, to be honest with you, like I really appreciate people listening. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for not having so much negative comments. That's really good. I like that. I really do like that.
Okay. Let me see if I can send your friend the link.
Yeah,
And what's her name? Let
it's
me.
Winnie.
Okay, Winnie Nyacho.
No, for real. Like, do you agree on what I say? Like, when you and your wife have a disagreement, or like, like, do you usually like have someone else to call? You know what I'm saying?
For me, hold on. Let me send your friend a link first, cause hold on.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. No, not to your messenger. To in the comments right here. Let me just send you the link. So just shoot me a message, Winnie, and I will send it to you. Cause I'm trying to look you up on Facebook, but I can't find you.
She's very positive. I'm telling you, she's so positive. And like when it comes to like women rights,
Mm.
that's my girl right there. Like I'm telling you, she's gonna say how it is with no hesitation. Because guy, like we kind of like for real. Like I'm tired of
Yeah,
the things that are happening in the Burundian community. I am so tired, man.
Linda.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Y'all do know there's a pedophile getting married in the Burundian community. Oh, y'all didn't know that, huh? Because nobody likes to speak about it.
And who's that?
Nobody. Uh, I think he lives in Rock Island, I believe. This happened, like, the name of him came out before. I can't remember he's getting married soon. Like, he has, like, I don't know how to describe him. He has, like, a very big, forehead. No offense. Like, I just cannot remember his name, but he's getting married. He's getting married.
Okay, Winnie,
And
I'm sending you the link right now. Let me see.
She's still not, girl.
There you. I'll give you 5 minutes to get on. If not, we got work. Some of us got work, so we're gonna have to reschedule. Maybe with you. I'm gonna have to reschedule with you, and
Oh yeah, please do, please
we can
do.
come back and talk about your women's right. Let's see what you guys need from us, man.
We don't need nothing.
Yes, you
We
do.
don't need nothing. No, what do
You
we need?
do.
What, like, what do we need? No, please let me know. What do we need? The
We
same way
need to
we
put.
need
We
y'all
need.
need us.
We
Y'all
need each
y'all
other.
can survive without us.
Listen,
Like,
we need you guys, and you guys need us. That's it. Do we agree on that?
but if I can fix my own door, I know how to change tires.
Oh Lord.
I know how to cook. I'm not the best cook out here, but I
Okay, so
can fix like
what do
the
you think
sink
we
and
need
stuff. So
women
what do I
for?
need him for?
So what do you think we need women for? What do you think men need women for?
Bro, we are literally a shield. Like we are
Oh
a
wow.
safe
Your
place.
friend your friend is
Like,
very quick.
oh,
She's here.
she
Hey,
was
can you
just
hear
in
me?
Africa enjoying her life.
Yeah, we can
Very
hear you.
peaceful.
Okay. How are y'all doing?
Be good,
We're doing
baby.
good. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I like the topics, but actually, you guys are everywhere, so I don't even know. I don't
So
know
Yeah.
what to talk about.
first introduce yourself and tell us what's the most interesting about you.
Um, my name is Winnie. Um, I mean, what can I really say about myself? I'm from Kenya. Stand for every right, not just woman right. I think wrong is wrong and right is right. And
That's true.
yeah, so I wanted to join in on your topic, but I couldn't really figure out what's the topic because you guys are like mixing it up. But where Anastasia said the fact that women don't get to choose who they want to be with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go
uh,
ahead.
go ahead, yeah.
So the initial topic was to talk about Pendo's experience, traumatic experience, what happened to her, and
Hmm.
we wanted to kind of shed a light on what's going on in our community, especially Burundian community, because we have realized that there's a problem that things happened, but things are not reported, and when things are reported, nothing gets done because our parents they have this taboo to not speak up, or they feel
They
ashamed,
brushed it
and
under the rug. Hmm.
yeah, they fear judgment, people's judgment, so they don't say nothing. They tell the kids to shut up and, like you said, put it under the rug, and they
Hmm.
expect their children to move on with no trauma, with no problem. And we wanted to encourage young women, young adult women, to even women too, because it happens to women too, full
Hmm.
grown women, it happens to them. So we wanted to encourage them, that in Africa it was different because our justice system was broken, unreliable, and not solid. But here in America,
Hmm.
women have more rights than most other countries. So we were telling them to kind of speak up.
Hmm.
Don't feel ashamed. Don't fear nothing. If your
Hmm.
parents don't support you, go to the police.
Hmm.
Can you
Okay.
hear?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. From my
So that
own.
was that was the initial topic, but now we kind of move on. We kind of strayed away. We kind of digressed, but
No, I
Yeah,
would like to hear her opinion. Like,
I
yeah.
feel like okay. So I'm gonna say something a little. In my own opinion, I'm a mother of two,
Mm,
and I feel like anybody can put your child out. I mean, down outside. Mm? But the most important part, most kids tend to look up to their parents, right? So
mm,
what somebody else might say outside to me wouldn't matter, you know. And let's look at it at a child points of view. Like my child is 9 years old, the oldest one,
mm,
and he's he's still growing, you know. His mind is not developed. So he'll tend to look at what I'm doing and what my dad is doing, right? I mean, what
Mm.
his dad is doing.
Yeah.
Um, and he will learn from me before he look outside. And most African kids who have gone through, like, you know, an awful situation
Mm.
are not really, you'll find most of them are not confident. You'll find most of them have low self-esteem. You'll find most of them are not outspoken. They're very shy. Even though deep inside, they might see something wrong, or something wrong might have happened to them, and they know they should report it, but they wouldn't. Why? Because the mother will say, oh, we okay, like example, like a known family, right?
Mm.
Like, I'll use this example. Like, there's some people in church, we all know each other in church, you know. It's like their name is more important than addressing what is happening to their child. They may know that their child is being touched, whether it's a boy or a girl, but they will say, no, don't say that. People are going to look at me as a certain way. Now, for me
Mm.
personally, as a mother, I could care less how anybody is looking at me if my child is in pain, if my child is traumatized. Hmm? I'll be the devil and I will accept it with my full chest. But I will make sure whatever my child, whatever happened to my child, I will make sure I will not even sleep. I will make sure that person is locked up. Now, recently, there's a there's a post that has been going viral. I'm not from the Burundian community. I'm Kenyan, but I
Mm.
see where a full-grown man has molested, has raped an 8 years old girl. Now,
8 years old.
I believe it's an 8 years old girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So a full grown man, a mature man, like his mind is fully developed. At 8 years old, like in our African community, we don't even talk about sex. We don't even talk, forget even about sex. We don't even talk about period. You'll find so many girls who don't even know that, you know, there's some girls that go through period very, very early, even as early as 5 years old, but they don't
Mm.
even know what that is.
Yeah. So
It's their mother that will have to come and explain to them, because some mothers are not really ready for it, because they probably expect their daughters to probably have period at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But some actually have it very early. Okay. This is a girl who barely even know her own body. Okay. And you find a full grown man whose mind is well. It's not even that that he's crazy or he's, well, mentally ill,
oh,
you know.
Winnie, tell you. You know what he said? You know what? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He said he was not in his right sense of mind. That was his excuse.
Well,
He
if
was
that's the
right
case, if
mind. Like,
Wait,
if
wait, wait. Hold on, hold on. So the guy actually admitted that he did it.
yay!
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm so surprised that nobody know about it. Because you know why? Burundians love brushing everything under the rug.
Do
I'm
I know the
telling
person?
I mean, that's
Do I know the
African in
person?
general.
you, you
I
probably.
personally don't know, but I'm using it as an example.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay. Okay.
if Anastasia said that this man came forward and said that he did what he did to the family and say that he have mental illness, why is he not in the mental institute? Why is he not locked up there? Since something
Right.
is wrong with you, that's where you need to be. There's no way you're going to do what you do, and your excuse is I'm mentally ill.
You are
Then
a
you
danger
shouldn't
to
be out here.
society.
And on top of that, there's so many women, even prostitutes, who probably are proud to do what they do because they gain money from it. You could have went there and pay
Wow.
money and do what you want to do. Why
That's a good
must you
point.
destroy an 8 years old girl? Now,
Yeah. That is
I also heard that the parents rub it under the rug. How is that right? Hmm? Now, I don't know if this child is receiving therapy, but I doubt
wow.
it, because it happens a lot in African community. Okay. And this child is traumatized.
For
This
life.
child probably will not even look at men the same. Sometimes most men are like, oh, women are this, women have attitude. I believe that nobody just wake up one day, decide to act crazy, decide to have an attitude, decide to slash, those people who try to commit suicide and all that. Nobody just wake up and just decide, I want to do this to myself for no reason. There's no such thing. Okay.
Right.
Now, that those parents would have been an example, one in a million, to stand up for that
I-
child, and the
Wow.
rest will follow one by one. But you choose to hide it. Mm.
Wow,
what
that's
they always
terrible.
do. Like that's what they always do. They just wanna, they wanna hide it for what? Like it's rape. I don't know if I'm. Are you guys listening? It's rape. Someone was forced
There's
into
no
doing
there's no just
something.
there's no
Oh,
justifying rape, and there's a woman, a girl, a lady, whatever she is, posted, if you go to church, blah blah blah. This has nothing to do with church. This have nothing to do with God, because even in the Bible, since she wants to bring religious into this, back then when people used to steal, you cut off the hand that steals. So if
mhm.
that thing is causing problem, then that thing should be also be chopped off. Since you want to bring the Bible,
Okay. Thank you, girl. Thank you.
So I think one of the problem here is that people feeling sorry for the perpetrator, for the predator, instead of feeling sorry for the child that's being violated. And I believe that's one of the issues that me and Pendo kind of bring it to light, because people will defend the perpetrator and not defend the victim, because the victim will come out and say something, but then what does the victim get? The victim gets a backlash.
Yeah.
it's not even. I mean, you're right, but mostly, if it's a woman, nobody really pay attention to
Wait.
her. If it's a girl, nobody pay attention to her. And
Yeah.
earlier when Anastasia said that when it comes to how come women cannot choose, you know, sometimes I believe that these little laws or this little tradition are mostly made by men. Like if you actually sit
Where?
down and think about it, because most of it justify what men do. If you do
We
the
build
same.
we build we build societies. Yeah, we build societies. Yeah.
No, what do you mean you build society? How do you build society? Without a woman, you cannot build
You
society,
can build society.
But you just
because
said it. You
it's
just
the
said it.
woman, it's the woman that gives birth. You just drop your seed, and I raise that. I take care of that seed. Both of us take care of this seed. But without me, you wouldn't have a seed, because I'm the one who's giving birth. So there's no such thing as men are raising. It's both.
Yeah, but you
It's
just
both.
said you just said that all these laws are made by men. And my point was that
I
yes, the
feel
men.
like it is because, like, when you really look deep into it, we really have no say. We
No.
have no say at all. It's
Okay.
always
And
man,
then look at it
man, this,
this way.
man, that. Like
Right. Look at it this way. Men have been running the world for years,
long time.
but I kind of feel like before all this, because I feel like men are always, what's the word? Um, what's this word? They are always,
Girl,
it's
take
like when a woman become anything, a teacher, a nurse, blah blah blah, we always have to fight. If it's majority of them are men, you always have to fight for. Why are you guys intimidated? That's the word. Why are you guys intimidated by us?
that.
But then if you look at it over the years, you guys have been running the world. How come, even for once, okay, you know what, we've been running the world, but without that woman behind you, who's helping you with the ideas, you wouldn't even have make it this far,
I'm
you
telling
know
you.
but just for instance, sit back, you know what, let's give women rights, because it's just 100 years
So
ago that we
what
started
rights?
to
What rights do you guys need?
listen for a moment.
Huh? Hey, what do you
we we just started having rights probably
mean? Now,
400 years
girl,
ago, and
I
even
got that.
even some part in Africa, don't women can't even be teachers, women can't even go to school, they
Mm,
will give out a girl child for marriage just for her brother to go to school.
To go to school. Yeah.
They will give out a girl
Do
out
that.
because they feel like a girl will be married, she'll be taken away. It's my son that's going to take care, is gonna take after me, is gonna, carry my name. But in this century now, look at men, majority of African men in the US, most of them are in the club, most of them smoke hookah, most of them are in jail. It's the girls that are building for their parents. You see, like when
Bro. And
when a girl is born, is not as much happiness. Not now, but in some family. Oh, and you'll find a husband. You keep giving me a girl. You keep giving me a girl. I should get another woman. When a man is the one that's carrying X and Y chromosome, I'm carrying XX. So how the hell do you expect me? Whatever you
please
give me
make
is what I will produce.
thank you. Like it's like they make it seem like, oh, okay, I need you to be a boy. Okay, I need you to be a boy.
No,
Like, no, I don't
I feel
control
like,
that.
and
It's
then
not
the
my
sad thing,
control.
the sad part is you will find, sometimes I used to like, okay, maybe it's an African thing because American don't behave this way. But then you find the most educated with doctor's degree, PhD degree, is still, I'm going to get another wife. You cannot give me a girl. Make it make sense to me. Do you guys know and
Girl,
play dumb
I
or what?
thought girls are like considered useless. We only worth it when they about to marry us off. Like we not supposed to like speak up for ourselves or anything. I'm just here like what? And then guess what? When you have a son, right? And I always tell people with sons, right? I'm like, yo, listen, because if God do bless me with a baby boy, the same time my daughter is supposed to be home is the same time that little boy better be home too. I am not doing. Oh, he's a boy. He can be out there at that time. Why are you more concerned about your daughter when they both your children? You do know when your son is out there doing what he does, he could get hurt. He could get hurt. So what do you mean? Like, yo, come, and I said, you come home at this time, but my brother can be out all freaking night. And I'm just like, that's not the way you're
I
supposed to
feel like, I mean,
raise, bro.
when it comes to that, I do
It's
agree with you, but then I feel like I don't know, like,
makes no
when you're
sense.
out there, you're gonna get pregnant. But a boy or your son can also be out there getting somebody else's daughter pregnant. So if it's 9 o'clock that you have to be, because in their mind, if you're late, when you don't come
You
home
was
on time,
having,
it's
you
either a
was,
man is entertaining you, why are you late? So it should go both ways.
it's so
You
sad.
know,
Like the first thing that pops up in your head is, I was with a man, dude. I'm literally out with my friends having brunch. Like it's not always about men. It's not always about men. But African parents make it seem like it's like the world, like our freaking world revolves around men. I'm just like, because the first thing your mom teaches you is like, you have to prepare yourself for marriage. You
you
have
have
to
to know how
do
to cook. You have to
this.
know
Right.
how to do this. What about son? This is how you should treat a lady. This is how you should treat your wife. And that's why most men, actually boys, behave the way they do, because a man who
Your
have a
mom,
wife, you know,
parent,
it's like,
mother,
look at your wife the same way you would look at your mom. Would you like anybody treating your mom like that? Would you like just any other man treating your mom like that? No, absolutely not. So treat your wife the same way you would like somebody else to treat your mom, or your dad should.
your daughter, Jeez.
Mm. So I do believe that there should be equal opportunity for everybody. Women and women, related education, job opportunities. I
Of
believe
course.
that should be available to all people. So uh maybe we should, if you guys want, we can continue this conversation another time, and you guys can tell me, like,
Oh,
okay, before we go, I want to ask you guys this question. Like, what more rights do you guys want, like, for now, like, in your personally, like, you, Pendo, and Winnie, like, what would you say you want changed now?
man.
I
When
feel
you
like you should
Like,
give.
what can men do that a woman cannot do?
I mean, when it comes to what a man can do and what a woman can do, I think the women in the world have already been fighting for equal rights. So we are teachers, they're nurse, but it's just this other department that we really have to fight for, because Majority of them are men. Hold on 1 minute.
Like,
Anastasia can speak. I'll come back.
Y'all asking me right that we need, or like me
like
personally?
what rights do you not have right now? Like that a man has that you don't have?
Shoot,
Because I think in the Western world, like America,
oh yeah,
Europe, I
girl
think
life.
women have what, like, have have the same rights that a man has, and I actually believe that women are getting more rights than a man has.
It's the fact that a man can leave his child. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
as a mom, like if you do that, you consider like a horrible person. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I'm gonna be in trouble for not being around my kid, he should be in trouble too. And I don't think like we women like we don't have that. We don't like we do not have that. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it makes sense, but I think I said something.
But Pendo, that will never happen, right? That's
No,
never gonna
because
that's
our
never
mothers
gonna
love
change.
it probably can.
It will never change because the way women are perceived and the way men are perceived is just different.
But yeah, the one with a sperm. I
Listen, if a man leaves the baby, that's wrong, and the mother
wrong.
has the rights to sue for support, to take in court for child support. And I don't support men that leave their children, because at the end of the day, the child needs both parents. They need to be nurtured by both parents. And if it doesn't work out between you and your husband, or you and your wife,
Yeah.
then you guys need to find a system where you guys can both uh, find a way to
To both
emotionally support a
parents.
child,
Yeah,
physically, psychologically. But
oh,
at the same time, even today, if a man leaves the child with no support, what do we call them? We call them deadbeat dads. So men, when they do that too, we call them names. They're not safe. They don't get away with it.
no,
If
they
a
don't.
woman do it, she should get the same backlash too.
I'm telling you, next time we talk, like we exposing a rapist next time we talk, like literally with pictures and information and everything. Get ready for that. Matter
And
of fact,
okay,
I'm
what
broadcasting that.
what would you like? What would you like happened? Justice, right?
I want that man locked up. Like I want him locked up. It's the fact that he's getting married for me and his future wife is aware of it. I'm sorry that I'm off topic. It triggers me. It triggers me, yo. And it just like then we letting it happen. And it's the Burundians, like they're letting it happen. Like what I mean to shout out my head. Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
that's wrong.
Oh Jesus Christ though.
Pendo.
Hmm?
So I'm gonna get ready to get off and go to work. You wanna
I think
come
we're
back next time? So
back.
let me.
I don't think
uh,
she was about to answer a question and then we
Oh,
can go.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, I was telling Pando that I'm getting ready to go to work, so you can answer your question. And if you guys wanna come back next time, just let me know. We can set it up and talk.
No problem.
So you can
Okay.
have your last say and answer the question. The question was how, like, what rights do men have now that you guys don't have, and what would you like changed?
I don't think I can answer what rights do men have. Men have every right in everything. Like when it comes to marriage,
Mm.
they can choose who they want. You and also, why are you laughing?
Because that would never change. This is how it is.
What it
Yeah, I mean,
no, it's
no,
changed.
no, no, no.
Okay.
What this is what I'm trying to say. I mean, that's their right. But the thing is, you cannot force yourself towards a girl that don't want you. It's her right too.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
wrong. I
Okay,
agree.
men have every right because you can find so many weddings that are arranged marriage, and I'm surprised it's still happening because back in the day it used to happen, but usually it was for family gain. Like, okay, you are marrying that family. What am I going to benefit? It's always okay. You're not going to marry from a poor family. You know,
Mm,
Mm.
it was
yeah.
always political or what they're gaining or the benefit.
They're
But there's no
they might
such thing as
to
oh
get their butt whooped or not.
yeah,
Guess
and then
what?
right now, I think as much as men have their rights, women should also have their right. If a woman don't want to marry you, let her be. Find somebody who also want you, and you'll find your marriage is actually way better than a person who doesn't show interest in you at all. And usually what the parents will say, oh, she'll grow in love. And how sure are you? Because
So
I would say that's 10 over 90%.
so you're talking about those are cultures where they still do the arranged marriage.
Yeah,
Every
it's not
African
even some white people do that.
like I feel like every
Yeah,
African.
listen, that's wrong. I actually don't agree with that. That's wrong in every way. Um, you shouldn't be forced to marry a person that you don't even know. That's really wrong.
That's
So
sad.
I agree with you. I agree with you
when it
guys on
comes
that one.
to when
I'm
it
a
comes to
I'm a
when
comment. Now why dress? I'm a dip.
when
Huh?
it comes to how I think Anastasia mentioned how come men are able to do this and get away with it, blah blah blah. And I feel like that's it's all about double standard, because you'll find a man. I'm actually not you find a man can sleep with 100 females and still
Yeah.
find a good wife. But for you, you can sleep with 100 men. Let them know that they will not want you.
Yep.
But I'm
But
not
I
agreeing or disagreeing with it. I feel like that's a personal choice. Just there's some girls who don't look at their future. Okay, I can date this, blah blah blah. But it's gonna come a time, because men can produce till they die. It's gonna come a time you're hitting 30s. There's no husband, no even boyfriend, or even if you do get a boyfriend, you don't know their intention because they feel like you have slept with their friend, you have slept with the neighbors. His
Mm.
his mission is, I'm going to have fun too, but I cannot settle with her. I love her, but I cannot settle with her because she has slept with my friend, she has slept with my neighbor.
it
So
makes
it's
no
all
sense.
about.
I ain't know you before, so I slept with your neighbor. Like, what's the point in that?
But the whole
But
point is double standard. A man can sleep with 100, a million, and he can still find a good wife. They don't judge him like they judge us. But as a woman, just know there's time for everything. Even if you choose to do something, not jump from here to here to here. But then I cannot judge, because you'll find most women who do that have probably been raped, which they don't know their self-worth. They don't feel like they're enough. Like, well, I was carrying this thing and somebody just came and grabbed it, took it from me, and my mom just told me to be quiet about it, so I'm just gonna let anybody.
Yeah,
mm,
You'll
yeah.
find others who are just gay,
It's,
lesbian, who don't
it's
want men
different.
because they're traumatized. Maybe,
that's true.
you know.
I
So
agree. I agree with most of the things that you have said, and I believe that most of these things, especially this issue with the man having preference on, like, if a woman has many bodies, you know, they are considered they're not cons- they are considered less, valuable, and I believe this is an issue that's in society that's never gonna change because it's based on preferences. So it's like if a man has a preference, nobody's gonna tell him what to do because it's his choice. And I believe that's one of the issues that are not that that are, it's double standards. It's not fair, but it's how it is, and it's never gonna change.
ooh, I have a question for you, and this is gonna be like the last question.
Mm,
So, will you be the type to like imagine like if you madly in love with this person, you know what I'm saying? This is the person that you want to be with. You
yeah,
gonna stop the whole marriage thing because she slept with your friend or your neighbor because everyone has a past. And what's the
yeah.
limit like where you can be like, I cannot marry you because you have slept with how many people? Like, what's the limit to you? Like to say like for you to be like, man, I don't think I'm gonna marry you because if this girl has slept with like five people or three people, like what's the limit to you?
Wow, that's a good question because I haven't really thought about that.
Good, don't think about it.
I haven't
Can
gone
I
deep
answer your
into
question, Asia? Can I answer it?
Yes, answer.
No, 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 because for me, this is not, don't include my opinion to others. This is just me.
it. Mm,
If
Mhm.
if even a man, this go both way. If I was a man, no. I'm a woman, no. because I want to be able to work with my. I mean, I know he have his past, but damn, the
Right.
whole city. Ah,
Right. They're like community.
ah.
No, there's
So
a
what
limit.
respect? You know, sometimes when you walk with your husband, hmm, when you walk with your wife, you want to walk with her with your full chest, not oh,
There you
that's
go.
the wife. Oh, I did her in 2000 and whatever. Oh, you see another one. That's the her. Oh, I did that one in 2003. Then you said, I don't want you. Ah,
Hey, that's it.
No,
That's
I want
that's
to
how it
be.
is.
I want to be walking with a trophy, not not
Yeah.
a not
not no.
not a slippers,
Yeah,
not
I
sandals.
feel you. Yeah, I feel you. You know,
Hey
I
guys,
feel you,
okay.
but I judge people because I don't know their past and all that stuff. But like, if you like community, bro, like that's a red flag. Run, run.
Do you
Guys,
do?
I thank you all for coming. And Pendo, we talked. You can come back. And your friend Winnie, if you guys have anything else
Winnie?
you want to talk about, we can set up another time. So I'm gonna thank you all for coming, Pendo. And look, I thank you for being open and sharing your experience because a lot of people ntabwo comfortable, but we will kuvuga and you're helping a lot of people. Trust me, people are
I hope
listening
it works. I just hope, like, oh my god.
because to me, it doesn't matter who you are, man. If you do something evil, something wicked like that, there are people who are getting punished for less. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't get away with something that big. So thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna give you all a last word to say, conclude this conversation. So Pendo, you wanna go first, then your friend can go first. I mean, can go
No,
last, and then we're gonna conclude.
ah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I hope like we can like talk more about it because like I don't want what we talk about today to just be forgotten. Like that's something that we have to keep bringing awareness to. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
if you ever come back on your on your page, just know we gonna be talking about this again because like we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? So thank you guys for watching me and hearing me out. I really appreciate it. I'm really bad with words, but like thanks. I really appreciate it.
All right,
Uh,
Winnie, you can go ahead and say your last word, conclude, and then
yeah. Thank you also for having me. My last words are: I still feel like if whatever happened to that girl is true,
mm,
I think that the police should know about it. Even though she's underage, I think she have rights because when a girl get abused at home, CPS take the child away, And I
mm,
feel still have a voice, and they should take take her word and probably just investigate her alone because it's not right that he's getting away with it, and the woman that's married to that guy, I feel sorry for her because you gonna have daughters. So then what? Will he be
Oh,
mentally?
hey,
Oh,
that's what I mean.
let's let's
Very.
let's wait because I'm a firm believer of what goes around come back around. But other than that,
Karma,
thanks
mm.
for
karma.
having me.
Hey,
Maybe we'll have more
my word.
conversation next time.
All
All
right,
right,
guys.
guys. Bye,
Bye bye.
Pendo. Bye, Winnie.
Thank you, Winnie, for coming by. Man. So I'll see you next time.
Next time, just let me know,
All
okay?
right. Oh,
All
of
right.
course, of course. Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye. All right, guys. Turahejeje, our conversation, mostly. Please let me tell you guys, if you have a topic, if you have something that you want to talk about, something that's very positive, something that can impact the community in a positive way, ikintu cyoteza imbere urwaruka rw'iki gihe, I'm all for it. Iyi platform niyo ijejwe n'ivyo. You know what I mean? So my conversation nk'aya ari very critical. Please yazane so we can talk about it. Religious, not non-religious, whatever that you have, let's talk about it, guys. All right, Murakoze, and I will see you guys next time.